How's it going, guys? Today we will be discussing section 4 of chapter 16. The beginning of the scientific revolution was also a period of opportunity for women who were blessed with the education of Renaissance schools. They were especially excited for their new secular paths as apprentices and being recognized for their talents. However, as time goes forward, the scientific revolution will backfire on them as it will start reinforcing the stereotype position of women from the medieval ages. First off, we will discuss what Margaret Cavendish has done in her life. Back then, women had to obtain an informal education in science since not everyone had access to actual education. They often followed their husbands and fathers and became their apprentices. Now, Cavendish was not a popular scientist but was a crucial participant in the scientific debates during her time. She read numerous books, including her most famous one, Observations upon Experimental Philosophy and Grounds of Natural Philosophy, published in 1668. In this book, she attacked the defects of rationalism and empiricism, arguing that humans can never overpower nature, for they were only but a small part of it. She was an example for women in France and England. This shows that even women can have knowledge and see what others might not. Another example of a scientific woman was Maria Merian, who trained with her father in becoming an entomologist, and her drawing skills helped her gain an image. She was most known for her drawings of insect and plant life in her Metamorphosis of the Insects of Suriname, drawn during a trip to the Dutch wilds of Suriname in South America. A final example of women in science was Maria Winkelmann, who was a German astronomer. She had trained with her father and uncle and also received education from a nearby self-taught astronomer. When she married Gottfried Kirch, she became his assistant at the Astronomical Observatory in the Berlin Academy of Science. There, she made several contributions like discovering a Hitherto comet. She even got praised by the famous Godfrey Leibniz, who qualified her as a learned woman who could pass as a rarity. Winkelmann had to deal with many problems at the Academy because of the image of male-dominating science at that time. Women at that time were often discouraged to join scientific societies, even if no formal statutes actually excluded them. The debate of women had stretched out through many centuries, and the response was always the same. Females were only fit to build children and take care of the household. To males, women were just perceived as the lowest in society, prone to vice, easily fooled, especially by sexual activity. However, women who started to join the debate in the early modern era argued back, stating that they were just as capable as men. They stressed that education was the key to their ability to move into the world. Unfortunately, men decided to use the scientific revolution to their own benefits, like reinforcing the stereotyped images of women. In one particular research where people started comparing the anatomical structure of both genders, realized that in some cases the skull of women were smaller and had a larger pelvic area. That's where the babies are made. So somehow this proved to be an accurate scientific proof that women were lower than men. During the 17th and 18th century, women were just losing their places in the scientific world, even the midwives, who now were just used as accessories. Overall, the scientific revolution was a terrible time for women, and it will take a few centuries before returning to their previous importance.